All right. What is up, guys? Good morning. Morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. What a opening here. My days. Shorts seem the easy play here. So going on our funded accounts right off the bat here. All right. Can't bring this any lower, can I? Let me just reload all of these real quick. Right. This is the annoying thing about wealth charts. We're going to sell one here. Our main funded account here. Again, just targeting $600 for the day here. We're needing 2 more days until payout. So that's what we're running with for the time being. Let me remove all of this drawing. Crazy way to open the day. Massive drop. I think it's obviously all the news that's going on. Loud explosions heard around the Strait of Hormuz. Ooh. Dang. Yeah. Hinted that Trump will support the escalation. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Get rid of these lines. I mean, ideally, we might look to take all this liquidity that was built up from yesterday, hit that 30,000 target, and then spill down. But I'm just gonna follow the momentum. I think that was a mistake from yesterday. It was like trying to chase my idea too much as opposed to like what the charts were actually showing. So that's what we're gonna shift to here. Got 3 accounts rocking at the moment. The doubling challenge we tried last night was good, and then I just got too tired and I got frustrated. Just trying to speed that up way too quick. So it is what it is. I'm just rocking with 1 micro here. Okay. Went for a short now here too, so we're gonna try with our trade copier here as well. So got our 5 GOAT funded futures accounts here. As you can see, all 5 we hit day 1 of the target yesterday. So we are going to be going for 1,500. Nice drop. Okay, so just making sure we're not losing more than 250, but we're probably going to be going for about 200 here. $200 will be our stop here. Looks like we're holding for the M3 for now, which is good. Expecting some further continuation to the downside. I'm going to add into our position here. Again, risking 200 here. And if we can close below all of this and continue to the downside, we'll look to add into our position here. It's looking decent already off the jump. If we can end this stream pretty quick and end the day green, like that. Okay, nice. Just gonna drop into a smaller time frame here. Nice. Good spill down. Add into this here. Beautiful. Same thing here. So high limit here. It's 10. It's 10 as well. We're looking for 600 on these accounts here. Plug in these lows if we can get some continuation. Beautiful momentum, obviously, clearly to the downside here. Trying to keep that risk at 200 if we can. This is obviously a bit steep for us here now. Nice. It's looking decent for a short here. But yesterday's Asian session low. I'll do the levels for yesterday as well. So we're at value area low for yesterday right now, I believe. So looking for a break. If we can break this to the downside, we should be okay here. I will look to add into this position here as well. And God willing, if we get funded, we're not going to copy trade more than 2 of these accounts at the same time. I think just learning from yesterday as well, spreading the risk so not everything gets hit on one idea. To be fair, bank holiday yesterday was probably not the best time to trade, but look, it is what it is. See where we close here in this last 1 minute. Happy to add in once again. Stops will go to this high. We're pretty much at the value area low once again on the chart here. See the M5 closure looking pretty strong to the downside. So I'm going to add into our sell position here. Keep stops at around 200. Happy with that. 5 is about here. Still struggling. And so what I'm a big fan of is, because I don't want to be the charts for too long, I just want a quick in and out trade. I'm looking to scale into my positions pretty quickly. So ideally, like if we get a closure below this low, we look to add in 10 and then quickly sort of get out of this position here. It's 20. Just to our 200 target. Get a little bit of breathing room here. We're going to invert this. We're going to add again into the position. So you're still getting the idea of, as soon as we're seeing things that confirm our bias, we're just going to continue adding in. Look for a nice rejection here if we can get it. Looking for an inversion here. Well, we had a really bad entry here, unfortunately. Let's see if we want to clear all this and go for these highs here. Okay, got stopped out. For 200 on these accounts. Stop was probably just a little bit too tight. Still should have remained probably here. Alright, jumping right back in here. Similar thing, like if we just want to go for pretty big size, once we know that our bias is sort of on the right side. Alright, there we go. Just want to see a closure ideally below all of this. Maybe jot down even to a 30-second here. If we can break this low. Don't really need to do too much on this position here, I think. Yeah, this is looking promising. Want to break past all this. And no bounce back. No, let's see if we can take a short from here. Alright, nice. Breaking down now. I want to keep that risk still at 200, but again, try not to choke the trade. So needing 1.7 here. Ideally where we wanted to add in, to be fair. I'm going to do the similar thing here with Fund of Futures family account, or hanging on by a thread here. Let me zoom back out. really should be at this high, but I don't think I can afford to keep it this high. But look, still haven't spilled to the downside. That's really what we're waiting for to see to add into this position, really. Just teetering for now. We'll check the news. Still just explosions. Nice. Definitely looking likely, but again, you just want to see that break. I want to see us push below this value area low. Alright. Up can now go to 935.25. Yeah, pretty much same stuff here. Definitely pushing. We definitely want to, but see if we have the momentum. Might adjust stops to this high now, actually. 35.25. Yeah, this is a lot of risk. Point of control, we've tapped off. Just really waiting for a further push to the downside here. Be patient. Whoa. See where point of control is, so it's above this green line at 35.5. Still be this high. It's a lot to be risking, that's all. Alright. Alright, new 5-minute candle. Let's see if we can start spilling from here. Looking nice. Alright. Bouncing off point of control here again. Honestly, not a bad spot to add in. We're going to continue going down, but not too strong on the conviction here. So whoa. I'm glad we didn't. Well, this is filled, so I don't see us pushing higher, to be honest. Wow. Man. We didn't take the high there, but we did take the high here. No, not even. Must have just been spread. Alright, stopped out here as well. Cancel all orders here. Not too sure what we're going for here. Maybe this gap. Try shorts again from here. And take out the liquidity of this high. Still interested in a short-term move. Five here as well. So 954. Looking to do the same thing if we get a nice inspection here. Could maybe go for these highs of yesterday as well, who knows. Did we take this high? No, I still haven't taken it yet. Into it's 200. Still haven't taken this high yet. Okay. If we just blast straight through this. Definitely taking the highs. Yo, not too sure. Yo, not too sure what just happened there. Oh, we didn't get tapped. It's okay. Happy with that. Entry here. Just looking for some follow through. And again, just the same strategy. It's hard, especially after taking a few losses. But yeah, it's just the strategy that has worked for me thus far. But yeah, going with the biggest size. It's managing that risk. So we tapped up into this region. Yeah, I'd say this is the highest point it gets, right? Add in here. Gonna add in here as well. Gonna go straight for it on this one, hey. I stop right here. So we're down. What are we down on the day? About 350, right? We're looking for 950. Bit too steep. 962. So pretty much at these lows. We can come back down to here. That will be us. These accounts, these ones, let's see if we can continue spilling here. I mean, we've got a long way to go if this thing does want to drop, so I don't need to be too antsy on it. Needing 2.5, I think. 1.5, 2.3, sorry. We're risking 200 here, so I'm liking that. This is going to be our last trade on this account if this wants to push back up and take these highs. Yeah, I'm not liking that bounce off, but yeah, and just holding with the momentum, the fact that we opened up lower, I think is going to be our main point here. I don't know why the trading hours are different. Regular trading hours, maybe there's nothing on, right? Okay, beauty. Nice spill down here. Brilliant. Brilliant. We didn't take the low here. Stops, we're gonna move definitely to break even here. At these highs. Should have added in. I was really wanting to add a little bit more. Nice. Brilliant. There we go. So day 2 on this account now, guys. That's massive. I'm gonna cancel all orders. Coming to our dashboard. Let's refresh this. It probably won't load straight away, but where are we? It's this account. Yeah, so we're gonna wait a little bit, refresh it. But that's day 2. We had, yeah, there we go. Boom. So we're under consistency now. It's day 2. We're needing one more day. Add another 600, and we're looking to withdraw another 2.5k, which is huge. We're just gonna protect ourselves on this position now too. So if we can get this account, these 5 accounts funded here now, we're just needing obviously the 1.5 on these, then that's pretty much going to call it for this session. And then we obviously still have one more funded account here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this account here, to be honest. We might even just go and try and just honestly blow it, just so it's easier to just manage the two here. So 627. Beautiful trade though. Nice timing right off that 830 move. Yeah, it looks like we were just going to sweep this liquidity here and then continue on the run to the downside. So technically I don't really need to do too much here. If we don't want to add 10, but maybe look to scale into 5 more micros. Ideally, if we can sort of push back up into here before we continue to the downside. Super happy with that trade though. God willing, one more day and then, yeah, another payout. Let's get it. So our TP here is at 819. Zoom out to see what that is. That's actually a fair way down, hey. Pretty much Asian lows from yesterday. So who knows if we're going to get there right now. I think we're going to move our stops to this high here. If we're going to retrace, then we'll try and re-enter our position at this point here. At least lock in some profit, reduce this drawdown. So that's my thinking of moving it so quick. But again, might just give it a little bit of breathing room. Just in case it wants to just wick the high and then continue down like we saw here. Didn't go and fill the entire CB. We just pretty much took out this high and then reversed. So just giving it that little bit of breathing room to do so if it wants to do that. Take sort of 200 off the table. Kicking myself. And that's what I was saying, like you can't be scared with scaling in. I mean, we were contemplating going in with the 20. We probably would have been a break even right about now. And that's why I go for the big size, because you could just never guarantee that a move is actually going to flow straight to your TP. But at least even if it goes halfway there and you've got a big amount of size, it's still a decent profit for the day. And then you're done. So let's wait and see here. Sellers are still holding for now, it seems. Another M5 closure. We could push back up into point of control here. So 930. No, looks like nope. Looks like we just want to delete. Cool. Alright, close to break even here. Adjust our stops down to these highs now again. Pretty much just gonna let the trade play out now. So our TP is like down here, I'm pretty sure. 819, right? Yeah, bang on that FEG here. So good spot. See if we can scale in. I think we're closing below the open candle here. No. Right at it. Alright, that's good enough for me. Scaling in here. Still walking away with 147 on the profit. Looking at 2.3 for our target. Oh, actually about 2.9, let's say, give or take. And the thing with goat funded is like typically with like Top Step, or I think my funded futures do it too. No, I don't think they do. Top Step, Lucid, I think do as well. Like that 50% consistency rule. If you're either side of it by a little bit, like they'll still just give it to you. Whereas goat, I was like 0.05% off inconsistency, and they're still like, nah, you're gonna have to trade another day. I was like, all right, fair enough, fair enough. We're at breaking even here, ladies and gentlemen. Our TP has now shifted to 29849. 849 right here at Asian session previously. We got London lows from yesterday resting right here, so at 889, just gonna be mindful of that. Gonna adjust my stops just a little bit lower again. I like it. I want to see us close closer to the low here. Just to flip screen, we're getting out of the trade here. Let's take our profit. Not sure if you guys heard that, but I was just saying that, yeah, I want this to close at the low, which it looks like it's about to do. So that's fine, we can leave it now. Just wouldn't want to see this sort of reversing and turning into a green candle. Where are we? So many platforms, man. Let's see if we hold. If we hold this, we're going to add in another 5. Move for a big dump now. Just a big sell order. Quickly check the news. So we've got about 30 seconds to go. Damage our roll and regional piece. Ports Qatar offered around 12 billion to secure agreement on baseless. I don't believe that at all. Respecting here, we're going to add in that position now. Boom. This candle, pretty much break even now if it comes back to our entry, which is okay. We'll accept that. Looking for a spill now to 862. 862, resting right here. So we finally get the short bias right. Like, I think it's been teasing us for a few days now. We're closing below the value area low. Like, it's looking like we're finally going to start spilling to the downside. I'm glad I took myself out of yesterday in the later session. I mean, bank holidays, it's just never really worth. Okay, push it back up into this 5-minute civvy here. Yeah, keep our stops right here. This is a tough one. Because we still have a gap resting above us right here. See if we hold here. If we do, we're adding straight in again, man. Alright. Looks like we might want to blast past here. Volume imbalance resting right here. Tapped right up into this region here. Value area lows. We got point of control resting right above us too, so I'm not too keen, to be honest, on scaling in. I'd rather maybe look to see if we get back up into here. But let's just see what's happening on a smaller time frame. I don't mind the break even, actually. Especially if we want to go higher. Okay, nice drop there. Nice drop. Want to see an inversion here. Okay, nice. Very nice. Very nice. I shouldn't have hesitated, but that's alright. Nice. Good spill down here. Just gonna keep on adjusting our stops. Nice. Add in again before here. Stop still at 300. I'm not a big fan of the massive tails leaving here with big wicks, but just going to continue this momentum to the downside is the expectation here. Don't like that there's a Sibi resting right here too. That's alright, we'll take our profit. I don't think we can, with this much size on as well, like every tiny increment away is not good. That's okay, at least let's take it to the body here if you want to just respect this. Next 15-minute candle is approaching. This isn't looking too great for an M5, bouncing right off the value area low now. So what we were talking about yesterday, how if we get below these levels, this now becomes resistance and we should expect further to the downside. And vice versa, if we're pumping higher, we should expect this as support to keep us going. Alright, so I'm glad we moved our stop. Our stop was pretty much like right here. Still walk away with 200 if you want to push up. Alright, next M15 candle has just closed. Okay, we could push back up into 919. So 919 is resting right about here. Ideally not. Ideally we just continue spilling lower. Keep on checking the news. Patience pays, man. I just got to keep telling myself that. Patience pays. Could still be pushing for this. I'm gonna take myself out here, I think. I don't know if we're maybe just gonna go for here. And then look to continue. I'm not too sure. M5 doesn't look too good for bearish momentum, but stops are in a logical place. At least take some of the drawdown off the table. Okay, looking okay. It's looking promising. Yeah, it makes sense if we want to take a bit of liquidity here and push up to this point of control and then spill lower. But I mean, ideally we just run from here, right? Gonna give this one more attempt. If we just hover around here, take ourselves out near break even, we might be a little bit under if we start pushing back up. Let me actually just adjust it to these highs. That probably makes a bit more sense. Yeah, there's a tiny little gap in here. I'm not sure if we take that liquidity and stop there though. We might just push for all of this if that's the case. So yeah, we're gonna keep stops as is for now. A lot of wicks here going to the downside. Well, I'm not too confident. You'd ideally just want to see this continue to rip, right? So yeah, this tiny little volume imbalance. Yeah, it would be frustrating if we just turn around from here. It'd be very frustrating. It's 300. Right at the level. Let's keep it where it was. You guys know the drill. We're waiting around for a little bit here, so back up some chairs. He'll take me again. Yeah, it's okay. Give up the pawn. Take. Oh, dang. That was silly. Just try and trap his queen, I guess. Slowly moving lower here too. We're in a really bad position here, right off the rip. Just gonna try to trap his queen here. I didn't realize he could just do this. Wow. It's not gonna work, is it? That's rough. Nice. At least we're spilling lower. At least we're getting one win today. Nice. There's not too much I can do here, hey. That pawn's now hanging too. Beautiful here. Beautiful. Yep. Expected that. Let's just try and castle our king here. Oh, snap. Yo. My days. Yo, this is crazy, man. I actually really want to manage this position. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. I think we're safe here. Something just came out with some news. US forces carried out defensive strikes in southern Iran Monday. There you go. There you go. Just our stops once again. And just keep on trailing. We don't really need to close anything out. Oh, this is super annoying, bro. We're gonna have to do... Pretty sure that's mate if I do that. Pretty sure that's mate, right? Let's try and castle to at least protect this guy. Hmm. No bueno. No bueno. Okay, that was a little bit distracting actually, I'm not gonna lie. Contemplating whether we just take ourselves out here. Oil is still pushing lower though. Seems like. Looks like we're rebounding here. We got very close to this level, which I think it's an M15 or potentially even a higher time frame. Yeah, 4-hour BC resting right here. For oil. $1.1. So we're sitting about $300 profit here. A slightly higher time frame for these stops. Yeah, keep it above this order block here. I think we should be okay. Decent entry. Again, would have loved to get most of our position back up in here, but it is what it is. Beauty. Starting to spill now. This is good to see. About $1,000 off our 53k target here. See, okay, so it's about to be 9 a.m. here too. We should see a spill of volatility coming in. Last minute. Let's see if we continue spilling lower here. See. Expecting a drop. Come on now. Oh wow. Nice. Very, very nice. Patience pays. That's what I have to keep telling myself. Just don't need to do anything. Even yesterday, like we took a long position after the stream ended. And I just kept thinking in my head that like, oh, it's going to reverse on me. It's going to reverse. Obviously, you saw yesterday just the trend from Asia. It just did not reverse at all. And so I'm just trailing my stop as it's moving. I think that's easier than trying to like predict where things are going to happen. Let's see if we can take out this low. Keep on spinning lower here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice. Stops are now at slightly above break even. If this wants to reverse on us here. About $600 away. Hopefully we can hit this and then just end stream. So that's London lows from yesterday taken. We have already taken them beforehand though. So Asia would be sort of the next liquidity target from here. We are above break even now if we do get stopped out, so I'm not too worried. We're just gonna have to pretty much restart, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Again, from yesterday, like trying not to time this reversal and just keep on adjusting stops is going to be my method here of attack. Now shift it to this order block. Whoa. Okay. Pushing back up. Yeah, point of control. Still resting right here. So that's okay. From down 800 to +2. Can't complain. Coming with some aggression here. Oil doesn't look like we're turning back. Reaching point of control for oil there. Interesting. See if we engulf this. Gonna wait for the closure here. Yeah, we're still pushing lower here. Yeah, still respecting this, right? Yeah, okay. We still have spots up in here that we could go for. That was a silly trade. That was a very silly trade. I think the play is to wait for this value area low tap. So around 909 if we can get there. Yeah, so around here. No closure below London though. That's definitely something to note. Yeah, there's nothing really clean here apart from reaching all the way up into here. Doesn't seem likely. Let's not go with 15 right off the bat too. Let's be a little bit... Have some wisdom here, man. Yeah, we're just going to wait till we can hit one of these regions, I think. There's not too much for us to do here. Let's see if we can push back to this zone. We're looking to continue our short. Does look like though we've hit this level, and to be honest, I want to see Monday high taken. I do want to see that. I don't want to start with that much. Let's see if we can drop past these lows here though, and see if we hold this. Or whether we're just going to keep on. Oh my days. The 15 micro short might have played out. Let's wait and see. If we hold this, I think we're going to push back up to those regions that we discussed up in here. All right. If we hold here. I'm going to go with 1 micro here. 1 micro long. Look to add into this pretty quickly. Yeah, still struggling to push lower here for now. I like this point of control short back up into here. So I've just got the 1 micro in case this happens. Yeah. Closing below. Alright, we're out. We're out. The short play still was on. I think I'm getting to that point now. I can feel it in myself of like over trading now. I'm like wanting to just hit that target, especially being up so much beforehand. But I'm not sure whether we just take this break even and then kind of call it from there. We've got lots of regions for us to fill, especially yesterday's gap. So I think we continue on this short move. Very frustrating a little bit for the stop out before. I think that would have been TP right about here, but hey, we're back to break even. We're down by a fair chunk, so can't complain there. Can't complain. See if it's another liquidity sweep here. Yeah, if we close bullish here, I'm actually gonna flip the other way. Look for longs. Nope. Gonna be making some moves from a higher time frame, that's all. This will be the last trade of the session, guys. Last trade. M3. I'm just gonna grab my little one as well, as mum said she didn't have too good of a sleep and she just needs a hand. So little one's gonna come chill with us for a little bit. She usually is like my good luck charm, to be fair. So let's see if that is the case once again. Just gonna see if we can scale in pretty heavy here as well before we do so. So what's this, times 3 of what we have here? So it's about 800 again. I'm just not sure if we can afford that risk right now. Okay. Run it, ladies and gents. So we're looking for 1,440 roughly. Okay. That will do. You need about 20 more. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, here's the position. I'm just gonna grab my little one. I'll be right back. Little one wants to say g'day. Looking good so far here. I'm just gonna have my mic muted most of this. Hear a lot of sting noises. Beautiful. Beautiful spill to the downside. We're going to adjust our stops here. finally have audio. Looking good so far. Just gonna adjust stuff to break even. Let this continue to spill. I told you guys, she seems to be the good luck charm always. Whenever she's around, trades just seem to go okay. So there we go. Thanks, little one. Appreciate you. And that is going to be the end of the stream, guys. We have 5 GOAT funded futures accounts funded. We have our funded futures next account on another winning day. We've got this account that we're going to try and hit another 1.5k day, but we'll probably come back in London session for that. You want to say bye to everyone? Bye. Bye. Thanks for watching, guys.